Yo, what is up, guys? So, if y'all read the title, um, y'all can tell that I have seen the leaked Avatar movie. Um, I want to try to do these types of videos for for a little bit. Oh god, I can't talk. We'll see how this goes. Because anyways, I'm a huge movie guy, and I really like to talk about movies. I really have a lot of nerdy things that I'm into. As you can see, I'm playing Star Wars, so. But yeah, I don't want to waste y'all's time anymore with that. Just enjoy the gameplay. So yeah, I saw the new Avatar movie. I'm still definitely gonna see it. Like I will pay for it when it comes out. I'm gonna watch it again because I did see it in not the best quality. But just to start off, like that movie was phenomenal. I do kind of feel bad for the animators. I don't really feel bad for Paramount. But like I said, I'm still gonna spend the money on it because that movie was amazing. I have a really nice like OLED TV in the living room, so I'm gonna have to see that in full quality when it fully comes out because I wasn't able to find any like full quality versions of it. It just popped up on X now, and I had been hearing about it, that it got leaked and stuff and all this and that. I've also heard a couple different things on like how it got leaked. You know, at first I heard it was this guy, they somehow accidentally emailed the entire movie to just this guy somehow for like a typo. But then I started hearing afterwards that it was actually like it was a hacker group that hacked it, and that's how they got it. But I'm not really sure what's true though at this point. I probably believe more it was probably hackers. I don't think that they just and someone just accidentally emailed an entire, you know, high definition version of the movie accidentally to someone, right? But yeah, so this is gonna be a non-spoiler review. Also, I'm not gonna spoil anything in the movie, but I just thought the movie was really good. I think the characters were great. Obviously, it's a lot of like the original Avatar characters and Team Avatar and stuff like that, and man, they just really nailed the dialogue. It still felt like, even though the voice actors are different, I still thought they did a great job. Like I got used to it very fast. Maybe it's because it's been so long since I've seen the original show. I mean, it hasn't been that long, maybe like a year, because that show's really a comfort show for me. I've watched it so many times, but I mean, the voice actors did a good job. It was kind of crazy hearing Steven Yen, I think that's his name. That's how you pronounce it. Freaking voicing Zuko. I think that was kind of crazy. Oh man, that was such a stupid way to die. Sorry. I'm just looking back at that right now. That really that was tragic. But yeah, all I heard whenever Zuko was talking was just Mark from Invincible. Which again, that's a whole other topic. Freaking like just seeing I'm a huge fan of Invincible as well, and it's such a great show. But seeing the animation to that compared to like how Invincible's animation has just been so lacking lately has been really unfortunate, I'd say. I really wish they would step up the animation, because season 1 of Invincible was phenomenal, and it wasn't the best animation you've ever seen, but it was still much better than what we're getting now. But anyways, so the Avatar movie was great. The plot was amazing. The villain was really good. Very interesting story too. And the one thing I didn't like about the movie is that when it comes to, this is not spoiler by the way, like my one critique about the movie that I didn't like was how Aang kind of got the Korra treatment when it comes to the Avatar state. And that's what I really liked about the original Avatar show, was how menacing Aang was when he was using the Avatar state. He was like unbeatable, right? And Korra, she just kind of spams it a lot, and she still loses a lot of fights. And it wasn't quite to that level in this movie, but it still was there. Like whenever Aang goes into the Avatar state, it's not this big, ginormous, you know, epic thing that's happening, and he's not in like a like I know it's because he has mastery of the Avatar state and stuff like that, um, but he didn't have like he wasn't in like a solid state. It never felt like because he would just go in and out of it for a lot, and he wasn't cooking like he was in the original series. I'll just say that. But man, the fights were freaking awesome. No one was stupid too. Like there was no stupid characters. They did justice to all the original characters like really well. Um, and I'm trying to think of what else I can talk about in the movie that was like awesome. That I liked. Because there's a lot to like. Like the animation, like I said, was amazing. The fights were amazing. The dialogue was amazing. The character arcs were amazing. I do wish Zuko was a little bit more like prominent in the movie. I wish he had more to do in the movie, but he really didn't. So I wish Zuko had more to do too. I'm trying to think too. What other non-spoilers? Yeah, there's no lightning bending too. Like they never like. I was waiting for that beautiful animation and for Zuko to do some lightning bending at some point, but we never got that. It was just so that kind of sucked. But it really was a great movie. I'd probably rate it. I probably rated an 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10. Honestly, I think it really does live up to the hype. And I hope I don't get cooked in the comments for admitting that I've seen it already. But I mean, it is what it is, right? I was it was just for a couple days there on Twitter or on X. Like it was not avoidable. It was just popping up, so I just decided to watch it. But yeah, I'm trying to think. There was also more lore building too with like past avatars as well. And I really liked that. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. So I had to cut because my gameplay ended, and I wanted to watch something as. So we're kind of watching gameplay together. That makes sense, but. So yeah, I'm trying to think of what else we could talk about in the movie that I don't want to spoil anything. There was another character too that was introduced. If you've seen the movie, you know who I'm talking about. It was like a young person. I don't even want to like say like what gender it was. Not that it matters really. But there was a new character that they introduced in the movie, and it was very like I feel like the movie should have almost been longer to really like build her character up more, because it almost felt like they were building that character up for later things maybe. So I'm interested to see like what they do there, because it just it happened. Some of the choices that they made with her just felt kind of quick in the movie, but the pacing was really fast as well in the movie. I kind of wish honestly the movie was longer, like I said, because I think the movie's like an hour and 40 minutes, I want to say, but it easily could have been in like a 2-hour movie, honestly. Oh my god, I just looked in the game chat what the guy said. Okay, I'm gonna have to censor that. So yeah, but they don't lead you off. Like they have hints maybe that they have future ideas for certain things, but there's nothing set in stone, right? You can tell this is like their first movie, like getting into gear and getting back into it, flexing their muscles a little bit just to see seeing how it goes. And I really do think that, I really hope the leak doesn't hinder the success of this movie too much, because it really is a good movie. It's a great movie. So, because I really want to see more. Like they did such a good job, and then they didn't pull any of the stupid stuff, controversial stuff they did with freaking Korra, man. I have a love-hate relationship with Korra. I even liked season 2, but I just didn't like what they freaking did, like of Korra, but I just didn't like what they did with like the Avatar state and the freaking her past lives and everything. That was just such a terrible choice. But like, I really liked Korra too for like, you know, the fight scenes, and the animation was again always really good in Korra. But man, some of the plot points and some of the decisions they made were just like not necessary. But it's not like that in this movie. It really felt like it was classic Avatar, guys. Like, it was really, everything had meaning, everything had a purpose to it, and everything made sense. Nothing felt forced. You know, it just, everything felt really natural too. And it was also really nice too to see, you know, they, you know, Aang and Katara's relationship as, you know, they've gotten older and matured a little bit more. They I think they did really well with that. And Katara is just still as awesome and supportive as ever. She really comes off as like a really like awesome. I don't think it wasn't clear if they're married yet in the movie. I don't think they are. You know, regardless, like their relationship, you know, it's actually just coming back to me. You know, I think the marriage thing is you would know if she was engaged or married if she was wearing the freaking like necklace. I think I don't even remember if she had one on. I wasn't paying that much attention to it. No, I just now remember that in this moment. So, but I don't think they were married. But it was still really nice to see like their relationship. It was still like, again, it was really natural. It was really and she was very supportive, and there was no like freaking like over the top, like, you know, she was actually caring and loving. Like, she was not coming off as this freaking, you know, like we get in most movies nowadays where like women are just kind of like, you know, they have to act like guys. And she was still strong as she's ever been, man. She freaking kicked butt, right? So she was still strong, but like it was not to that like degree where it's like just unbearable, like, if that makes sense. Like, but it wasn't even close to that. It was very well done. It was handled very perfectly, right? But yeah, I'm trying to think of more stuff. You know, I'm trying to let the gameplay kind of go. Let's see how much I can talk about for 4 more minutes. Okay, yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what else we could talk about too, like some questions, you know, and also too, if y'all like the videos, if y'all like this video, if y'all like the kind of like vibe I'm going for, I kind of want to do more of this stuff. I know this is like my first time doing like a movie review, and I would like to do it more because I really like movies. I like nerd stuff. I want to do some other stuff too. I have some other ideas. I'm just trying stuff out and to see what works. But yeah. So trying to think more. You know, it's really hard to avoid spoilers without talking about some stuff. You know, there's a lot of world building too. There's even more to Aang's backstory. Like, the movie truly is like, you know, I think it's called Legend of Aang. It truly felt like an Aang focused movie. It was absolutely an Aang focused movie, which is crazy because the entire like original show was like about him. But it still felt earned, and it still felt deserved. Because so pretty much I don't if this is I don't think this is a spoiler. If it is, it's a very, very light spoiler. But pretty much the premise of the movie is, you know, he's having a really kind of hard time with he's still like, even though he's grown and he's like, you know, there's peace now and everything, he's still struggling with like being the only airbender. And even though that like you can see Republic City being built and stuff,
can't complain, I guess.
like that like the same city you see in Korra, and you know, Qatar is there to, you know, even though he's still feeling kind of lonely, Qatar is there and she's like telling him like, you know, you still have us, you're not alone. And he's like, you know, it's just really hard for you to understand because like, yes, I'm not alone, but my family, my culture is all gone. And so he's still like wrestling with that, and that's pretty much the basis of the movie and his character arc too. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, what was the resolution there? I think I actually think I'm like, oh no, am I having another negative thing about the movie? Like, I'm trying to understand like what the outcome was in that. I mean, I still think they handle it well. Yeah, they handle it well. Yeah, so I can't tell y'all because it's definitely a spoiler. So, and if I'm forgetting something too, that's not a spoiler, and you know, feel free to talk about it in the comments. You know, I'll be more than happy to discuss things with y'all. Oh man, I was giving that guy the good old 1-2 right there. But yeah, it was a really good movie. Again, I'm really sorry if this is bad. This is kind of my first time freaking like doing like a movie review and stuff, and you know, I really am the type of person who I want to protect like the enjoyment of the movie. I don't want to spoil it for y'all at all. But I do highly recommend, if you're gonna see it, you know, just be careful on the internet. You know, it's gonna be really hard for you to avoid spoilers for the next couple months. That's why I went ahead and just watched it. Because I don't think I was gonna be able to avoid spoilers until it came out, and I didn't want to risk it. So, but yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for me. You know, please support the video if you enjoyed it. If you disliked it too, tell me. And if there's something I can do better, tell me. Like, you know, I'm open to criticism and stuff. I just want to do more stuff like this because I really like movies, and it was a great movie. Highly recommend. Like I said, 10 out of 10, or I'm sorry, 8 out of 10. But yeah, so that's kind of my review of the movie, and I just wanted to talk about it and tell y'all. Thanks. Bye.